wondering where to go, probably find some backwoods dirt road.
My style's a rockabilly new country blues, you know, with a traditional twist.
Rexton has a genuine love for music, and you see that every time he performs, and he's just as real one-on-one as he is on stage.
This band is one of the best bands that I've seen in a long time. Originals are great, just everything about it is just solid, and I guess that's what keeps us coming back.
He's all into the fans, even in between breaks after the show, whatnot. He'll even walk out there and shake your hand. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. He just seems very grateful for people coming to his shows, and he definitely shows it.
Oh, let me tell you this story about this girl I used to know.
When I get on stage, I turn into this little 16-year-old kid that's just full of energy running around. But on the same hand, I grew up loving huge ballads. You know, I'm a big Travis Tritt fan, and to me, he was the king of some of the huge ballads that he could do. But then, you know, he'd come out with Trouble, you know, and all these rocking songs. And so I've grown up loving big ballads, but also loving rock and energy stuff. And the record's that, you know, the new album is that in a nutshell. You know, some of the songs, you know, we're blessed to get to write with several, you know, huge writers who's had mega #1s, and, you know, everything, you know, those guys brought to the table. I was 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. You know, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was sitting in this room next to a guy who's got 3 Grammys sitting on a shelf. And it's kind of, you know, it's kind of surreal, but those guys are just like you in writing. You know, they enjoy, you know, the same type stuff. And, you know, some of the songs we got out, you know, Finish What You Started and Gonna Get Burned, you know, those songs are just energy, good time, fun songs. You can just roll your window down and catch yourself headbanging a little bit, you know, going down the road. And then you go to, you know, the remake of the Bee Gees tune we did to Love Somebody, you know, and then As Long As You're Gone, you know, just big ballads that, you know, it's just energy to ballad. And I don't know, that's who I am, you know, that's what I grew up liking, and kind of the record just kind of ended up happening like that. I never sit down with like a structure in writing. If I have a good idea, I want to write it. I don't care where it goes. If I got the idea, I'm going to write it. I don't go into a thing saying, I'm going to write a ballad love song today. I'm going to write a rockin', you know, dirt road riding song or something like that. I don't, you know, it's kind of whatever comes to mind at that point in time is what, you know, I'll try to get out. Wild and Reckless was a song that I wrote with a good buddy of mine, Brad Cotter, from Auburn. And I had the idea of just the whole rebel, you know, teenager idea of being in love, doing what you want to do, you don't care about consequence. You know, it's one of the more popular songs off the record, and I think people just relate to that whole rebellious side. Everybody's got it, no matter how innocent somebody is, you know, everybody's got this little rebel in them. And that song kind of, I think, kind of picks that for everybody. Growing up, two total diverse music genres I grew up with. You know, my dad was a Cinderella, AC/DC, you know, headbanger kind of guy. And then mom was R&B, Al Green to Celine Dion, and, you know, CeCe Winans. So country was their common ground. So that became my common ground. Started playing in high school. I was 16 when I picked up a guitar, and two of my buddies played, and they just got all the attention from everybody. And I was like, man, I want to learn how to do that. I had an old guitar that my brother had, and he didn't play it. So I was like, hey, y'all need to string this thing up for me and show me how to do this. Well, I did, and it just became about so much more than what my original intentions were. You know, I would spend hours and hours. And then my parents made the stupid decision and bought me an electric guitar with an amp. And so I was Jimi Hendrix, you know. Couldn't play a note, but I would just crank it up at 3 in the morning and, you know, scare the mess out of everybody. You know, but I started writing, And once I started writing and playing, like seriously, that's when it just totally consumed everything I had. That's all I wanted to do. You know, my passion went from sports to, you know, this is what I want to do, you know, for the rest of my days, just play music. Something to Someone is a song that, probably one of the most serious songs I've ever been a part of. And I was riding to Nashville one morning, and they had the St. Jude-thon on the radio. And it was all these kids' stories that, you know, they're battling cancer, someone passed away from cancer. And honestly, I was teared up crying listening to them. I didn't know who they were. You know, I didn't know the kids. You know, so you feel remorse for them. But you know, it's that emptiness too, that you don't know who they are, so you can't really relate, because you may not have had that experience with a family member or somebody you know having to deal with that. But, you know, I said, you know, there's something to someone. And then when I said that idea, it just stuck in my head, and I had a co-write with two of my buddies from my hometown that night, lined up. And we went in, and I told them what I'd listened to, what I'd heard, and Something to Someone came out. You know, it was just effortless, you know, it felt for us. Because we all kind of could relate to it. We all had somehow been a part of some tragic event like that, you know, dealing with, you know, losing a loved one too soon, or, you know, hearing a story about a kid that, you know, it's dealing with stuff that they shouldn't have to. And so Something to Someone's probably one of my most treasured songs. That's, you know, that's one of my favorite songs I've ever got to be a part of. And it's one of my favorite songs on the record.
That a friend could have. Somebody's morning sun, oh, he's something. Yeah, we're all something.
One True Love, it's just a real, I know it's kind of cliche to say, but it's just a real song, you know. Everybody feels that way at one point in their life when you're, you know, young love, puppy love, you're 17, 18 years old, and, you know, you see 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, or even just a year down the road. You know, that song kind of plays out, you know, all those scenarios of what could happen, you know, and where it could be, and kind of just paints that little picture of that fairy tale type love, I guess you'd say. But One True Love is the first song I wrote. It was the song that got the RCA stuff going, the Sony stuff. And it was a song I wrote in like 30 minutes, I think. It took no time to write it. And haven't changed anything with it, you know. That song's been the exact same for 6, 7 years, so I guess it just relates to people. You know, everybody has that one little time in their life, and I think that song kind of gets to them like that, I guess. You're blessed and fortunate to get to go out on the road and be invited to go open up for acts. You know, we've been blessed to do shows with acts that I've looked up to since I could understand what music was. But then again, you know, your honky-tonk shows, you know, I call them honky-tonks because that's what they are. That's what I love. You know, I love doing the blue-collar people that, you know, that's me. That's who I am. That's where I was raised. That's my family. And every time you do a show in a small town, you know, that's a sawdust floor type place, you know, the adrenaline and the response you get from them people, they're so grateful. And, you know, you being there performing for them or doing whatever, same thing swaps over to the festival where you may not know anybody out of 4,000 people and you're opening up for, you know, whomever. You know, the same thing, you know, it's kind of from doing the barbecues and doing the, you know, shows with Charlie Daniels or whoever it may be, you know, all of them they're kind of the same to me. We don't take any of it for granted. Everything can be gone tomorrow. So we just live for show to show. That's what we're gonna go out and play the tunes that we love. And, you know, sometimes, you know, it may be an hour set and you're doing all your own stuff. And, you know, and the biggest thrill you can get is when somebody sings your words back to your song. We've been a part of every kind of venue there is. And, you know, from playing your amphitheater shows to your festival shows to playing your honky-tonks to your nursing homes and your Mexican restaurants that I grew up playing in. Every one of them's fun. Nobody gets down like an old woman with a walker. You throw her some tennis balls on there and she will moonwalk. It's awesome. My grandma does it all the time. blessed to play music. I get to do what I love to do every day. As long as I can wake up and talk, I can do what I love to do. You don't know what tomorrow, is, and I love that fact about life. Too many people, I think, are consumed, and I got to do this tomorrow. I got to do this. I got to make sure I do this. I got this plan. Just I'm about today, and that music really helps. Me be in the moment, I guess you'd say.
Living the high